Yeah, it's exciting to get it closer and closer. It feels like been waiting a while. In camp starting on August 12th, and you know, 6 more days, and we get a chance to play. So we're excited to do that.
How would you classify the attitude, energy level at camp this year?
It was great the first couple weeks. A little bit challenging this week, being the first week of school and getting guys to where they need to go, and also having the practice at the intensity level we're looking for. So I'd say it wasn't the greatest of weeks so far, but Sunday we kick off Finley week in regards to our structure practices, and our guys will be excited for that.
Overall, though, do you get a sense that this team has somewhat of an edge to kind of get back and finish the job what they couldn't do last year?
Yeah, it's hard to tell that. That's a long haul to try to talk about, what we failed to do in the 16th game of the year last year. But, we're focused on the process. We're focused on being better every day and focusing on, taking on Finley in 6 days and being at our best. I always tell them our standard is not a standard set against other opponents. It's a standard set by us. And so, I think we're excited to fulfill our true potential.
How healthy are you guys right now? Are there any spots where you're a little dinged up, or are you coming in pretty well
No,
set?
I think we're very healthy. Part of the thing during camp is having strained muscles and things of that sort. We've got a few of those, but by and large, it looks like we're pretty healthy, and hopefully we stay healthy and have our full arsenal when we play Finley.
J. Rue will be full go.
J. Rue will be kind of a situation where we might hold him out, depending on how he feels. But for sure, Travis is going to start next Thursday.
Okay. Finley's not an unfamiliar opponent, but you don't see him as regularly. Is it the same schemes, or is it a new staff there or anything?
Well, you never know from the game one. Schemes can change like crazy. Even watching us last year from Finley through to the national championship game, we changed a lot of schemes as well. So you never know what people are going to do. You just got to be able to be adaptive and have a system that allow you to be adaptive, which is critically important.
From the personnel they have returning, is there anything that you think they present as a particular challenge?
Well, always they're a winning program. Last year they're 8-3, so one of those losses was to us. So they're definitely a threat. They've got a great coaching staff. Their head coach is a great coach, Rob Keys, and their players play hard. So it's always been a challenge when we play them. So hopefully we're ready to go.
Do you enjoy the energy of the Thursday night opener with the students and everybody?
Yeah, I love the Thursday night opportunity. It's different now because it's not Labor Day weekend for the first time, but it's still for us. I think it's a huge opportunity for us to play on a Thursday because it gives us extended time to transition to travel into Washington State to play Central Washington.
Over the course of the camp here, has there been a position battle that you've really enjoyed watching? Something where you feel like there's been a lot of good competition?
Well, I think there's battles everywhere. We've got a lot of depth. This team is kind of built with more depth than we've had in the past. So, for the most part, it's the defensive backs. We're looking for them to grow and be more productive, and so we're excited to see what they can do.
And you mentioned Travis was going to start on Thursday. What does it mean to have someone with his experience backing up J. Rue and someone you can go to like that?
Yeah, you can't even call him a backup. I mean, he's legitimately a great player. He's been extraordinary for us, really from the beginning. So it's incredible. It's incredible to have not only such a great player, but such a high character leader and somebody who drives the team every day. So it's incredible. It's great to have Travis, and he has already graduated, and he had the opportunity to be a graduate transfer and go somewhere else and play, and so that probably says the most about him. Is he's loyal to Ferris and his brothers on the team, and he was just committed to staying here and doing his part.
What did he say to you when he made that decision? Because, like you said, he probably could have gone to a couple other different schools.
Yeah, no, a lot of different schools. He said just that. I'm coach. He says I thought about it, but I'm too committed to this program and too committed to my brothers. And he kind of said he felt like he would betray his brothers if he left. And so, I appreciate that attitude. I wish there was more loyalty like that in college football because it's incredible to see.
You mentioned earlier about J-Rue possibly not being able to go for that first game. How does that change just the overall preparations? How much more challenging does that get without him?
It doesn't change anything. It's the same thing that we do. So he didn't play against Northwest Missouri State last year, and everybody's like, oh goodness, they don't have Jay Rue, and we didn't skip a beat. It doesn't change anything. Our system's our system, and our skill set's our skill set. Whatever Travis can do, we'll do, and whatever Evan Cummins can do, we'll do, and whatever Jay Rue has to offer, we use his skill set that way too. Our system's built on, players, not plays, and so, we just fit, our play calls based upon what they're really good at.
I know you probably have talked about this before, but the new field, I mean, just the new turf. I mean, just what were your thoughts when you first came out here and saw this thing?
It's heaven. It's like walking on clouds out here. The other one was pretty hard and difficult to move around on. So, it's just great to have now a nice surface, and it's really helped our bodies a lot too. We don't have lower body injuries like we had in the past, where guys are just pounding on a hard surface. So it's incredible. We're really excited about it. We want to thank the university and their contribution to that too, because obviously it doesn't happen easily. They made it a priority, so that's awesome.
Given Jared's injury last year, will you adjust your play calling in regard to how much he's carrying the ball and how many times he's rushing it?
I love that question. That is so good. So we, as everybody knows, we've led the nation with quarterback rush yards each of the last 7 years. We got a huge dual threat quarterback situation to the degree that we sometimes put our quarterbacks' bodies in peril a little bit. So that is an awesome question. We're going to be more careful. We might use more personnel. Like Evan Cummins is 220 pounds and actually 230 pounds, and he's a very physical runner. And so Travis is a good runner. So, we might move, even when Jay Rue's 100%, we might move some guys in there to take some reps and take some blows off his body.
And I know you didn't lose a ton of seniors, but you lost some significant ones on the offensive line and wide receiver. So who's been really stepping up and filling those spots for you guys?
Well, Cy Barnett was our leading receiver last year, so he's back. Everybody said, well, you lost Malik Taylor, but I think he had 4 catches last year because of, the injury that he had. And so, and Keandre Craig. But, Xavier Wade played last year as an outside receiver. We like C.J. Jefferson a lot. Miles Jones came in when Cy had an injury and played last year. So we've got, D-Jack is a senior who's got great skill. So we got great receivers, and so we're confident about that group. O-line wise, we lost 2 seniors, but we probably played 10 offensive linemen. So we're confident right now that we've got 9 guys that we really trust, that I'd call 9 guys starters, which is really what we try to do. We try to have that kind of depth where you play 5 as starters, but if you're playing in a rotation, then all of them are starters, and we'll probably rotate 9 guys at that position.
I know it's hard. You went 15-1 last year, but do you feel that this team has the potential to be even better than last year's team?
I never assess. I never compare teams like that. From a talent perspective, we're really good. I'm very confident that we've got the skill sets that we need to be successful. But it's all got to be played on the field. So all the forecasting or prognosticating, all of that stuff, for me, that's your job. That's not mine. So you guys, you guys can predict what we can do. All I got to do is get our team ready every day to be at their best, and that's my job. And I'll ground them. I'll make sure they're, your focus. I'll make sure that there's not any kind of, looking past an opponent. We haven't looked past an opponent in forever. I don't know if we ever have here. Every game our kids come ready to play, as evidenced by, the greatness we've had from a record perspective, but more so on the road, when sometimes you get on the road and you have that slip up. We haven't had that slip up at that level.
Let me follow it up one more. I mean, keeping it, you have so many people back. How much easier has that made just the jump off here? And because everyone knows what they're doing.
No, that's huge, and our guys coach young guys really well too. So I'll just give you a position group example. Our inside receivers, we got Javon Shaw, we got Devontae Harrington, and we got Deion Earls. All three of those guys feel like they've been here like 8 years, right? So they've been here forever. They're fifth-year seniors. They're great players. Really, we only play two of them at a time, so that gives us, great players who can not only know the system, but make our practices more efficient, our pace more efficient, and our productivity better out here on a day-to-day. And so then a game, hopefully that pays off because it just helps everybody when you got people like that know the system at that level.
Tony, you got some new guys on the coaching staff. How's that transition been for you?
Incredible, incredible. I always say, about football, the best is yet to come. And anytime we lose a coach, I always just say it, even though it may not be true every year. I always just say, well, we're better than ever coach-wise, but because those are the guys we got. But it's been awesome. We've got incredibly new additions. Love the guys that left and wish them the best of luck. But we've had just huge positive transition with coaching staff to the degree that I'm very confident this is the best ever. So, and then next year it'll be better. But that's how I operate. We've only got three guys that were here from the beginning. It's Hodge, me, and Steve, my son. And so us three are the only guys that have made it through, the 7 years and working on 8 now.
You had a bunch of new starters on defense last year. How much more comfortable are you with that side of the ball now?
A lot more. We've got a lot of guys that have played a lot of downs now, and you going back to 2 years ago, we had 15 seniors off our defense that graduated. So most people didn't really analyze how great our defense played in consideration of how many guys we lost. From 17 to 18, but. Now, they're a year older and more confident, and I feel very good about, not only, how good they are, but, how tough they are mentally and how well they're committed to preparing.
How much do you anticipate Evan Cummings playing while Jay Rue is still getting back all the way, and how does his skill set kind of match up to the two seniors ahead of him?
Wow, I love Evan Cummings, so, his skills are as good as anybody's. His arm's live, his running ability is live. Last year he scored 2 touchdowns in the playoffs. He just came on, and so I've got to use him. I got to use him as an athlete, and so he brings something different than what Jay Rue and Travis bring. So I gotta roll with him some. So it'll be interesting how we can transition from maybe play to play or possession to possession or however we're going to do it. But he's going to be in there for sure. All right, thank you.